Hey, Becky again from the Body Coaches here. And this video is about making you a priority. And I understand exactly where you're coming from when you say to me that you're feeling run down, that you're feeling tired, that you do not have enough time in the world to be able to squeeze in a bit of exercise or watch what you're eating. And I'm a mum. I'm a mother of 4, and I completely get where you're coming from. However, over the last year of my life, something has just clicked. And I wanted to share that with you. I wanted to share with you what I do to keep me going. Now, in the current climate, we are talking COVID-19, we are talking lockdown, we are talking that there is a bit of a worldwide pandemic out there, and things are different. Things are a hell of a lot different. We're all feeling run down. Some of you may be working, some of you may be working on the front line, whether or not that be supermarket, nurse, doctors, anything that you do, you are still keeping our industry going. So a massive thank you from me and probably a lot of other people. And your life, all of a sudden you've been thrown into homeschooling maybe, as well as working around that, looking after your family, still going into work, still trying to keep everything balanced. And it's difficult, I'm not going to lie. The change out there is absolutely huge. And that has taken a massive knock-on effect. And I know that just from packing my shopping at the end of the till when I go shopping, it's daunting. It really is. Nothing is in order anymore. I can promise you that, as everything's piling up at the end of the conveyor belt and I'm throwing it in a bag ready to go. There's usually the two of us, we both go shopping together, and one packs and one's organising on the conveyor belt. And it's not been like that. It's been completely odd. And it has knocked me sideways too. So I'm not going to lie to you about what I do. However, there is a way of keeping on top of it. We do feel like at the moment that we are juggling the world. So again, for those of you that are at home, if you are again home educating your kids, keeping on top of the housework, working from home as well, there are so many parents trying to juggle all of this time, and everything is just piling up and everything is building up. And by the time the children are in bed, you're just happy to sit down on the sofa, flick some Netflix on, and chill, literally, and chill. And we're feeling slightly demotivated as well. So again, it's when things are knocked sideways, we're not quite sure what to do with ourselves. Our emotions are everywhere. Our body's feeling run down. The stress of everything, worrying about maybe the children going back to school, how you're coping with work. Maybe you're falling slightly behind with work. And all of that all piles up, and then we end up with a lack of sleep as well, just to top that off. Another thing is that every day kind of becomes robotic. So for me, it's getting up in the morning, the normal, but it's knocked me because we've got nothing to go to. So there's no work to dash out the door for, which is nice in one sense, but it just throws me because I can sit down, I can watch whatever's on the TV, see BB's in the morning, and I'll flick through my phone, I'll update social media for you guys, and I do all of that, and before I know it, an hour's gone and I'm still sat around in my pyjamas. And then I'll move on to something else, the washing up will be done, clean the kitchen, think about dinner, because I prep in the morning for later on, and everything has just become robotic. It gets to a certain time, we go out for a walk, and everything kind of becomes monotonous and repetitive. Whereas I'm usually on shift work, running out, I do classes, I meet clients, and everything has just been, and I'm liking it, don't get me wrong, I'm loving the extra time with the family, I'm loving the bits and pieces that I'm doing at home. And especially my biggest thing has been projecting more into the body coaches and what we're going to do moving forward. So it's been a really, really nice progression for me. So although I'm allowed from my part-time job, I've been putting so much into this. It is unbelievable. Been working with some amazing people that are helping me progress through this. I don't think I've just been sitting around coming on and doing a workout for an hour in the evening, because you've got amazing things coming your way from me. But anyway, back to the thing. We're kind of feeling a little bit robotic. Everything's knocked us sideways. We're looking after everyone else in the house. We're making sure that, everything's clean, everything's tip top. the education is being done, the dinner's being done, the lunch is being done, the breakfast is being done. We're so busy running around making sure that everything can run as smoothly as it can, because it's only natural, not just for us mums, but for the dads too. And everything just piles on top and piles on top, and it's easy to just sit down with that glass of wine in the evening. I don't drink, but I completely understand, or the bottle of gin. And as I said, it just has this knock-on effect. And then again, the lack of sleep, getting up the following day and doing it again and again. So what I want you to do, okay, is that I want you to think about what time you are taking for yourself. Because that is really, really important. Because where are you going to put yourself when you're looking after other people? So when you're trying to make sure that things are running smoothly, where are you coming into this? Where are you putting yourself? At what point do you stop and think about you? Because if you're running yourself down, you can't look after others as well as what you could. So please, making sure that you are also the priority. And it's natural instinct to make sure that the rest of our family is okay and that we're strong for everyone else and we hold everyone else up. But you are in this as well. And you need that time. So you need to take that time to do anything that you enjoy, whether or not that be a bit of knitting, whether or not that's reading a book. So rather than just switching off, flicking on the TV, pouring a glass of wine, just take a little bit of time for you. And as I said, it could be anything, whether or not a face mask, doing your hair, it could be anything. Even if you're going to bed, painting your nails, anything like that, just to take that time for yourself. A nice warm bath, a bubble bath, meditation, which is something that I've discovered recently. It's not something that I've always done, and now I heavily rely on it. It's amazing. So again, it's about just putting you first, because you are just as important. And as I said, how can you function if you're not on top of yourself? If you're not at the top of your game, how are you keeping everyone else up? And as I said, that is just really, really important coming forward, to make that time for you. Make yourself feel human. And, you know, and it doesn't matter what you do. It's just so, so, so important that you occasionally put yourself first. Whether or not you allot that time once a week, okay, maybe an hour a day, it really doesn't matter. But what I want you to do is, in that busy schedule that you might have going at the moment, I want you to look and break it down. And I don't want you to think, but I can't fit anything in. I want you to go, I'm going to do that there. That just needs a little bit of moving. And I'm not going to pencil myself in. I'm going to get a big fat marker and I'm going to put, this is me time. Me time. And I'm going to take that time for me. Because as I said, if you're not feeling yourself, how can you pull everyone else up around you? How can you hold everyone else up around you? You are just as important. And that goes for everyone in the family. It's not just about you, your partner, your children. Where are they getting that bit of me time in? Are we pushing so much on them that they have to keep moving forward and keep going, and we're not lifting them up with the other things as well? So whether or not, as I said, it's not about just pampering yourself. Exercise does massive, massive amounts for our self-esteem. It does increase our energy levels. It does help us sleep. Please, okay, avoid the gin, avoid the wine, because it doesn't help matters much. It just knocks on that night. So that night you get a more interrupted sleep because you have alcohol in your system. Waking up the following morning, you feel a bit cloudy head, and there we go, robot motion again. By the time the kids are in bed, you're even more tired because you are lacking sleep from the night previous. But again, habit, we pick up that glass of wine. Alcohol's something else that we will cover in another video. But do you see where I'm coming from here? Doing what makes you feel good. So whether or not that's diving into a novel, whether or not that's taking part in exercise, whether or not it's painting your nails, a face peel, anything, just making sure that you are getting in something for you, because working on you will definitely help everyone else. And that's it from me.